to the next topic of the show. So, it was either yesterday or the day before. I think it was a little over like 24 hours ago. There was a big tournament going on. Okay? And in this tournament, the person who won was a Ryu player. Okay? And this Ryu player, no one expected a Ryu to win a Street Fighter 6 tournament because Ryu is not considered top tier. He's actually significantly better now than he was before the rebalance happened in June. They did improve him dramatically. Okay? But no one considers Ryu to be top tier. So for someone to win a major tournament with a character that's not considered a top tier character basically means this is an incredibly good player. Okay? But this is the finals. This is the final match of the tournament. Okay? I want to watch this final round with you guys, and I want you to tell me what you think. All right? Here we go. You ready? This is the final match of the tournament.
Set point now for Kusanagi. 2,500 people's eyes are glued to the screen, hands clasped together in prayer. Every hit, every throw, a cheer.
Oh my God.
3 in a row, 4.
Don't do it so high.
5. One more will do it. Oh, Shahan said, the wake up OD, Dragon Punch, and Kusanagi as the crowd rushes.
That was the finals of a major Street Fighter 6 tournament. So, I'm just curious. You guys, obviously, are going to see it from probably a different perspective than me. But my question to you is, what do you think about what just happened? What's your comments on that? Here we go. Throw loops can be crazy. Outplayed, good game, easy. That was some bullshit. Throw like hell, Phil. That was so dirty. That looked so fun. Nah. Whoa, that's embarrassing. That's some BS. Kingly win. Someone choked. Now we know how to beat Kimmy's pattern play. That's so cheap. I'm disappointed. This is nothing like the old days. That guy stopped the spam combo. Throw loop seems broken. I want to see the whole thing. Well, the point I'm making here, what I want to address today, all right, is something that I've been talking about with Street Fighter 6 since its inception, since we started playing and seeing this stuff happen, all right? So it says, when just take the throw goes wrong. Now, what does just take the throw mean? In Street Fighter 6, when you get to the corner, the game literally becomes a guessing game. It's gambling, okay? It's no longer a fighting game. The way that they've built Street Fighter 6 and its meta is that when you hit the corner, all right, now it's rock, paper, scissors. Because at any moment, someone can throw you. And if they throw you, they do a set amount of damage, and then you go back to neutral and you start over. The minigame begins again. But if they throw you and you stop the throw, well, then you get out of the corner. But the question is, what's the risk reward to trying to stop the throw? And there's all these different techniques and things that come in. Well, if you break the throw by pressing your own input, great, that's ideal. But what if they don't throw the throw and you do to break the throw and they baited it? Now they get a ginormous punish combo and they win. That's it. Like literally in Street Fighter 6, you're in the corner. They're going to throw you, and you think they're going to throw, so you go to break the throw, and you miss. That's it. You lost the round. It's over. You're not going to get out of the corner. You're going to get a giant punish combo, and you're still stuck in the corner. Game over, right? Now, every character's a little different. Some characters have perfect reversals that can blow through the throw so they can get out, but even that's a gamble. For example, that Cammy right there could have done the OD cannon spike. But if the person baited the throw and didn't do it and blocked or dodged the OD cannon spike, it's the same situation as if they had tried to break the throw, and now they get punished for a giant combo, and basically they lose the round. So what's happened in Street Fighter 6 now, and this is the highest level of play. This isn't like two scrubs playing. This is literally the higher level of play. Once you get to the corner, you're no longer playing a fighting game. You're playing a game where two people are rolling dice, and it's like playing craps. You throw it down, or like a dice game in an alley for money, right? And you both roll and you guess. One person guesses right, one person guesses wrong, and that's who wins. That's incredibly fucking stupid. That's not a fighting game, okay? Now, what I want to show you is the person who quote posted this, who I think is incredibly smart in this situation, what they're observing. The funny thing is that Capcom solved these throw loops decades ago. Games like Street Fighter 3 had 6 unthrowable frames on wake up and after blocks hits. This meant you couldn't time a melee attack and then a grab on the exact same frame. Street Fighter 2 had 13 unthrowable frames. Street Fighter 5 and 6 only have 2. So what he's saying is, In older fighting games, this bullshit in the corner, this gambling, didn't exist because throws weren't built like this. They made it on purpose so that you could have ways to escape a corner situation, which made the fighting games better. As these fighting games have gotten newer, they've made them worse. Why do you think this exists? I'm going to tell you why. Because they want the game to be easy to play. They want morons, scrubs, who don't understand competitive play to be able to walk up and throw you 6 times in a row, and you're like, what the fuck? Then that person feels like they're good. And in fact, further down, this guy even says something like that. Where was it? Here, I can't find it now, but he had made a good comment. Basically, his comment was, when you make the game play like this, okay, it makes it that a silver ranked player and a literal pro are on the same level when you get to the corner because everyone's stuck in the same guessing game. And an old fighting game, all right, what would happen is people would be smart about it. They'd be like, oh, I'm going to throw, and then they wouldn't, and they would bait that counter throw, and then they would get a big punish. You don't need to do that anymore. You can literally just walk up and say, I'm just going to throw 6 times in a row because it's completely safe and there's no real risk here. To me, you know that they're going to probably gamble the less risk route, which means they're going to take the throw. Like, there's no reason to not just keep throwing. In old games, there was, because you couldn't do throw loops like that. Instead, it was more intelligence, more mind game, and more planning and more interesting gameplay elements. These games have been dumbed down. And by the way, I'm not taking anything away from the Ryu who won at all. Like, he's a great player. But the fact that this is so fucking dumb, right? With this fucking corner trap bullshit, it means that these games are fucking not anywhere near as good as old fighting games used to be. And it's just, I'm sorry, it's factual. This is not, oh, my objective or subjective opinion. This is factual. You've dumbed them down, so now this shit, this throw loop shit is like the viable strategy to do. How is that fun? I walked up and I threw. 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 Oh, on the 7th time, they finally decided to take a gamble. And they got out of the corner. And it didn't matter because they had no health left. Game over. It's the dumbest fucking strategy possible for any fighting game. But it works because that's how they built it. The people who are building modern fighting games aren't good at fighting games. They don't even understand the elements that make fighting games good. So that shit they think is good. Oh, that's great gameplay. That's shit. That is terrible. If in the 90s a fighting game played like that, it would be laughed at. No one would play it. Today, this is the biggest fighting game in the world. Throw someone 7 times in a row, and the only way to get out is an insane risk that if they fuck up, the round is over anyway. That's dumb shit. Here's the truth. You should be able to tech throws on reaction. When you see someone throwing, you should be able to get out of it if you have fast enough reflexes. You can't do that in Street Fighter 6. There's no way to do it. In Street Fighter 6, you have to guess that they're throwing and already be pushing the input to break the throw before their throw animation is even like coming out. It's a guessing game. Guessing game is stupid. There should be some elements of guessing to take a risk reward, right? But the whole fucking meta of the game shouldn't be based around 2 people throwing dice. This isn't D&D. This is fucking Street Fighter. They've turned the game into something it's not supposed to be at this level because they wanted to dumb it down for the masses. But what they did is they made the game just unequivocally way worse. That is not good gameplay whatsoever. And that's the finals of the tournament. 7 throws in a row. That is stupid as fuck. It shouldn't exist. Again, I came from an era where you needed to have so many elements to be good at a fighting game. You needed to have good neutral, good footsies, good reactions for things like anti-air. You had to have great timing for combos, 2-in-1s, counter hits. You had to have an eye for when you have spacing. So you bait someone, you can counter hit them and do a big combo. Then when you get to the corner, you'd have all these different options and things to do to mess with someone. You want to go in offensively. Do you want to try to bait them to do something and then you can punish them? Do you want to go for a throw mix-up or a throw loop? And sometimes you bait it. In Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, which he's bringing up here, there's something called Kara throwing, okay? And, excuse me, Kara throwing meant that you could do a special move, but you could cancel the special move into a throw, and this would artificially increase the length of your throw, all right? And it would actually make throws incredibly powerful, except you could still avoid them. with certain strategies and certain tactics, and if you avoided them, it didn't end the game. In this one, in Street Fighter 6, literally, when you get to the corner, that could be pretty much the end of the game. Unless you get incredibly lucky or the opponent makes a mistake, they could just play a pattern, which is what he did there. This top Ryu literally used pattern play to win the tournament. And everyone's okay with it. Oh, wow, amazing. Dude, it's a throw loop pattern. And he just did it 7 times in a row. There's 0 risk. All reward. Why are we saying great game? You shouldn't be saying great game. You should be saying, fuck, that tournament just exposed how bad the best fighting game in the world is right now. That has to be fixed. We shouldn't have the entire end game be 7 throws in a row, and that was the right thing to do. That's shit gameplay. It shouldn't even be, what? Oh, God. Embarrassed. I'm embarrassed that just happened. Now, oh, this is great. Amazing. Everyone applaud. No. You should be crying, not applauding.